Okay, I want to introduce you to the revitalized Team Skip YouTube channel. It's actually been up for over 20 years. I used it for my longevity DVD and the TRT bodybuilding DVD and stuff like that. But I fell away from it just because it's quite complicated to stay up on, and so many other social media platforms that I went the easier route and was dealing with Instagram and Facebook. So I wanted to dive back in. One of the main reasons is because I don't like a lot of the information that's out there right now and the trend to rely more on studies than actual application of training, experience, wisdom, things like that. Ideally, both of those two things would come together. The studies would back up what we've been doing for 20, 30, 40 years, and it would be a nice fit. Right now, there's a lot of people, in my opinion, who are more focused on studies and not necessarily walking the walk. They give out a lot of information. Some of it's good. And you look at them and you think, how do you know that? Because the results aren't there. And I think that, I'm going to speak for myself, but I think there's a lot of other people who feel the same way. I would rather hear information from people who have walked the walk, show the results, or can show the results with clients. That's just me. So it got me thinking over the last few years. I've been saying I'm going to do this for a couple of years now. And I have finally committed to doing it. And it's a big commitment because it's a lot of time to do it right. Not only do you have to put out the information, make the videos, make them look pretty, and catch everybody's eye and things like that, but you also have to battle with the algorithms. It's a timing issue. You got to pay people to help you because I'm stupid. I don't know these things. I train people. I have a client base. I write articles. I do podcasts. I don't know the digital end. I don't know the algorithm end. So I'm going to have to learn as I go. And it's a complicated process, quite frankly. Got the first video up, my poke bowl recipe. A few of you have already seen it. I just put that out today. But I wanted to get this up to kind of introduce and let you know what I want to do with the channel. And the primary focus is going to be on training. I'm still going to talk about nutrition. Still going to talk about skip loading. Still going to talk about gear, but that's not going to be the primary focus. The primary focus is my passion. And my passion really is the training. It's the mundane, day in, day out, optimization of training to balance out how much work to do versus how little work to do. Because if it were as easy as training 6 hours a day, I'd do it. I don't know how I'd get it done because I got a lot to do. But I go back to when I was 23, 24. Hey, if I could train 6 hours a day and grow, I'd do it. The reality is God has a sense of humor, and that's not how the rules are set. So you have to balance the amount of work you do with the recovery or your recovery ability and your ability to recover. So I want to help with that, quite frankly. I also want to get into the mechanics, not just the fundamentals of, this is how you do a dumbbell press and that sort of thing. But I want to get into what I call tweaks and fine tuning, the adjustments that I do that are sometimes very, very subtle. I get into these in seminars and they're a big hit because it's one-on-one and I can actually stand there and demonstrate and show someone and they go, oh yeah, versus trying to explain it in text or in an email with a client is very difficult to do. So these YouTube videos will give me the ability to obviously help my clients, but if I'm going to help my clients and I've already got the videos, then I want to put them out so that they're publicly available to everybody. The other thing is, again, coming back to the studies, I don't like to focus too much on the studies. I want to hear people's experience, not only with their own training, but with their clients. And I want to see results. I want to see that what you're doing actually works. And let's be fair, let's be honest, and this is gonna hurt a couple butts, I'm sure. If you take the people who rely almost solely on studies, they aren't very big. I don't know what it is with studies that make people want to rely on them 100%. Studies are usually done with people that are untrained or they're Gen Pop, which is all but 2% of the people that would even be listening to me right now. It just it seems nonsensical to me. So I'm putting out this information not based on, well, I have these 7 studies to back this up. I'm putting out my information just basically saying these are my opinions. and you can take them or leave them. You don't like them, you don't agree, you're a studies guy, cool. But my channel and my opinions are not going to be important to you, and that's fine. It's more of an approach of, this is what I think. This is what I think based on my experience. This is what I think based on the fact that I've trained for 40 years. I'm 54 years old, still training very hard, still competitive, still progressing. I think that holds some weight. If you don't, okay, change the channel. I mean, I'm not going to sell you on my information. I'm not going to sell you on my knowledge, but I am going to provide it. And I think a lot of people will find value in it. The reason I say that is because I've been told that for years. Why are you not on YouTube? Why are you not putting out this information? And when I said that I was going to do that, seems to be a pretty big hit. People are excited about it. I'm excited about it. When other people are excited that they want to hear my information, hear what I think that what I have to say is important, that excites me. So I finally committed to it. Ducks are in a row. All of my equipment, I think, is good to go. My lighting, my sound, my camera equipment, and everything. So we're going to start doing training footage in the gym. I'm going to break down exercises, and I'm going to explain them almost pretty much on a split screen so that I can explain in detail the nuances and the ways that I think you can make even just a typical regular exercise better. But I also might have some exercises that you may not have thought of, or you might think, oh, that's a rear delt movement. No, it's a side delt movement based on the position of the shoulders, the rotation of the shoulder, based on the position of the elbows, because everything with the upper body has to do with elbow position. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. If you got any topics or any material that you think that you want me to cover, like and subscribe. I got to get used to saying that. I'd appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And I'm glad that you're along for the ride.